Stand up. Stand up. I'm saying it till something inside of you shakes. Stand up. You will not be. It won't have to pass to another generation. Stand up. Deal with your issues so you can be deliverer for so many. Stand up. I feel this thing. Be everything God called you to be. Stand up. Take up your space. Somebody shout at me, stand up. He's commanding you, stand up. Can we be honest? I've protected your heart, I've protected your soul. But don't give me another year of excuses of why you can't be the leader that I've called you to be. Stand up. I don't need to know all of the reasons why. Nobody in your family has done this. I've been trying to get somebody for 40 years to just stand up and take on. I already got the grace for you to do it. I'm right here with you, but you got to make a decision to stand up. God's calling is a command. Most of us act like it's an option. Isolation. And I know you're in a room full of people right now, but the truth of the matter is many of you feel very alone. I know you got a big family, but they don't really know what's going on. I know that you have 2,964 Facebook friends, but none of them would actually be there for you if you lost everything. My burden is the people of God, more than ever in history, I believe, are becoming intentional with their isolation, and it's robbing them of their kingdom power. Pastor Mike, why are you saying this to me? Because when you are isolated, it robs you of identity. But it's because we've been isolated, and because we've been isolated, we've lost identity. And then when God tells us to do something, we become, watch this, insecure. It's a great show. It's a bad way to live. When God calls you to do something, he says, be strong and courageous. And so many of us, because of isolation and loss of identity, we are insecure and we do not do what we know God has called us to do. And we end up living unfulfilled. But in the kingdom, somebody say in the kingdom. The kingdom currency is about connection. And when you get connection, watch this, you get confidence. God's pattern is partnership. Two people are better off than one person, for they can help each other do what? Who wants to succeed in this next season of your life? What if I told you it's going to take somebody else? If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. A person standing alone, watch this, can be attacked and defeated. This is not just spiritual, this is natural animalistic law. If a predator is going to go after someone, who does he go after in the bunch? Not just the weak one, the isolated one. Jesus told him, stand up, pick up your mat, and walk. He will ask you, do you want to be made whole? God, I can't because, cool. Stand up, pick up your mat, walk. Stand up, pastor this church, read your Bible, lead a generation to me. I'm telling my own testimony right now. God will ignore your explanation to call you into something. You either stand up in your calling or sit in your can't. I will take up my space. I will have dominion. I will be everything God told me to be. I'm going to be an ambassador of the kingdom on this earth, whether it's in education, special needs, government, music. I'm going to do everything God called me to do. It don't matter if nobody's done it before. I'm going to be a pastor that does music, movies, preaches. I'm going to do everything. If he put it in me, it's coming out. Stand up. Do you want to be made whole? How many people have ever fallen in their life? Like relationally, physically, emotionally. You did something stupid. Okay, if your hand is not up, you're a liar. Just real quick in the house of God, liar. The fall is predictable, whatever it is. Pain can be padded with relationships. Let me explain it. The pain does not come from if you fall. It comes from how far you fall. If I was to fall off this stage right now into this hard concrete, the fall wouldn't hurt me. hitting the ground with. So many people think the pain is in the fall. Pain is in what you hit and how far you fall from. But whenever I'm talking and I just need everybody's laughing, but do y'all realize I still fail? I just didn't hit. You gotta get the people in your life that no matter when you fall, it doesn't matter how you fall, they're the ones that can. Y'all missed it. Y'all been walking around with these weak people, and God said you better find somebody. When you get the right people around you, the fall may look awkward. This is the type of friends you need around. Friends that are anticipating. He should not be dating her. He can't move to that city. Friends for the fall. Not if you fall, when you get the diagnosis. Nobody planned for it. When the miscarriage happened, when the building closes. The reason why I'm still standing here is because I took a fall, but I had the right partner. There's power. Write it down in a point. How far you fall is directly connected to your friends. Now sit down. Is it that easy to make you fall off of what God told you to do? Oh, is it that easy? Oh, is it that easy? If somebody just tells you, I said stand. That's all it takes is one person to say, I don't like your idea. Nobody's ever done that before. You can't lead a multi-ethnic church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's the... Shout at me one more time. Stand up. I really feel like God asked this man that question, do you want to be made whole? Because he knew what was next. Anytime God comes to you and say, hey, do you actually want to walk in freedom? Do you want to be everything I've called you to be? It's not because he's trying to play you. He's trying to prepare you. He knew what was next for this man. I want you to imagine Jesus strolling up. There were other damaged people there. This was a pool with only damaged people at it. And then Pharisees and Sadducees hated it because they didn't want people healed on the wrong day. That's a whole nother situation. Be careful, because some of y'all's healing is going to offend people because it didn't happen how they thought it should. Some people don't like me, not because I did anything wrong. It's just they don't think I should qualify. But it's a bunch of damaged people. And God comes up to this man and says, do you want to be made whole? Because he came in there with healing, restoration, and resurrection on his mind. When Jesus shows up, he's never showing up to assess the situation and walk away. He's always coming to transform the situation. The only reason he doesn't is if you don't want him to. My question to you is not just do you want to be made whole? Another question. Do you want what's next? I need you to answer that question for real. Because for many of you, that question means your life don't get to stay the same. Because some of us was like, do you want to be made whole? Yes. And then God says, do you want what's next? Tell me what's next. I want to be made whole, but depending on what you're planning for next and what I'm planning for, the healing, the deliverance, I'll take that. But after you heal me, then I'm in control. After you bless me with the finances or the ability to produce wealth, now I control the money. After you raise me out of that situation, now I'll be Lord of my life. And God's saying to you, he's like, no. That's why he tells the man, he's like, you got to pick up that mat after I heal you. I'm not going back to that. No. It's the proof that I did this. If you walk around like you always been walking, it's been 38 years, boy, since you've walked. And people who just meet you will think you've walked all 38 years. People think you've always been a good business person. They don't know you went bankrupt twice. People see you in this marriage and always think that you was a purity, but you was a playboy. People always have thought you were a woman of worship. You was a hoe. Now you're judging people. Look at her skirt. Stop it. What God says to many of us without telling us what it is. Do you want what's next? And this is where you have to trust the character of our God. Most people want the healing, but don't want what's next. And this man, do you want to be made whole? Our answer today collectively is yes. And then there's a next. And And today would be very easy for me to just shout at you about getting up and walking and taking your mat and having the miracle. But there's a bunch of people listening to this message that are between yes and next. Do y'all see how different our relationship is in close proximity as opposed to them in the bleachers watching my life? Facebook friends, Instagram friends, I saw you on those people are in the bleachers of your life. And that's why they can watch you fall and comment on it. But they can't help you in it. If I fail without them, would not take away the pain and would not take away the consequences. How many people want to reach their destiny? The thing that God said, before I put you in your mother's womb, I knew you. I called you. I don't just want to work a job or a career. I want to reach my destiny. That well done is attached to doing what God called me to do. Somebody shout at me, destiny. The scripture is telling us that you're going to be on this road of destiny in your life. And there's destiny, then there's disaster. And all of us think we're going towards destiny. But a lot of times, cares of life get us discouraged. And with one decision, we turn away from what we know is right, what we know we worked hard for, what we prayed for. And with one, everybody say decision, because the greatest thing God gave you was choice. People were like, no, it was his blood. You still got to choose it. He's not forcing you to love him, because it's not love if you can't decide. So what he does is he gives you a choice. I've set before you life and destiny and disaster. And I'm going to give you the answer to the test. Choose life. But if we're honest, y'all, many of us have been like, forget this. This is too hard. Ain't nobody in my family ever reached into this. This addiction can't take me to destiny. So we turn around and we head in systematic steps towards disaster. And disaster is trash. Sleeping with 4 and 5 people every week, still lonely. Got that paper? No peace. I'm significant, but you've lost sensitivity. And the only thing sometimes, I'm just submitting sometimes, the only thing that can stand between you going towards your destiny and making a decision to go towards disaster is the right partner. Part of us having partners is they get in the way when we want to do wrong. Now, I know everybody in here religious and you and Jesus, that's all you need. But that's not all Jesus needed. If anybody, it could have been just on their own, doing their own thing. But he decided, and this is what I found, that there's 3 reasons why people go towards disaster. It's not all of them, but it's the main ones. These are the reasons. Number 1, write it down, because some of y'all in this category. A lot of people turn away from their destiny and go towards disaster because you just wild. Oh, you thought it was going to be something profound and deep. You have made a partnership with the devil. You are willingly waking up every day, listening to music you know ain't going to make you a man of God. And many of us are just wild. When I start wilding, but all of us can have a moment of wilding. My question is, who's in your way? No, it's my birthday though. Who the friend? Like, I'm about to don't, it's not worth it. Zip it back up. Okay. And some of y'all have nobody in the way. It's my birthday. By that time, get out of my way, because you know I don't have no friends. By the time now your relationship is in the trash. God, why would you let this happen? Because you wouldn't get in relationship. Nobody knew. Nobody picked up your phone. Nobody saw it on the table. Was nobody around you when they was like, you coming through? Who is this? Some of y'all need to take the locks off your phone, because everything you looking at ain't leading you to destiny. You wildin'. You check the shade room every morning. I'm not saying that you don't gotta know what's, but the first thing you let into your spirit, you wildin'. Let me give you another reason, because everybody ain't wildin'. Some people, watch this, are wounded. I gave everything to that job, and the first time they gone, acknowledge me, then they lay me off. Done with this. No, hear me. It's not worth it. I gave everything to them, and they never, ever even saw me. I made them millions of dollars. They never acknowledged me. They never let me go. I have a family. So let's. Who's the partner that's giving you power? Who's telling you, cuss? And then we're going to pray about it. Being a partner is not being God. Because some of us, I can't be their partner. They just full of the devil. Hold on. We all got something in us that ain't the best. But could you be a partner to let somebody process? but still lead them towards purpose. Between yes and next, it's not Jesus's work, it's yours. Because you want Jesus to do your work. Why you have to sign up for counseling? Because that's not Jesus's work, it's your work. Why you have to get into a B group for accountability? It's your work. This man had to. What is in between yes and next? Watch this. Your faith. We just got to standing and picking up our mat. You haven't even seen us walk yet. We got our testimony, but baby, the dominion steps that we about to take, the territory that we're about to leave our footprint in, if somebody got crazy faith to stand up, pick up your mat, and what? I got dominion. I got dominion. I got dominion. Everywhere your feet will trod. What's between the yes, I want to be made whole, and the next of the miracle? It's crazy faith. Faith begins where understanding ends. Well, Pastor Mike, how? I was talking to my friend and trainer, and God's been speaking to him, and he said, bro, I keep getting stuck on the how. I know God says some stuff, but I keep getting stuck on the how. I said, God never asked you to come up with the how. He's already got the how. Do you have faith to obey what he says to do? Temptation comes from our own desires. Oh, they tempted me. No, you tempting you. Why? Because I'm tempted by my own desire. You've already decided that that's something that's in you that you desire. So I need you to hear me. Temptation comes from our own desires, which, watch the progression, entice us and drag us away from what? Purpose. These desires have a baby and give birth to sinful actions. And when sin is allowed to grow, it gives birth to death. Don't be misled, my dear brothers and sisters. You do this alone? You got any desire in you that's not like God? And we all do. Have nobody there. And it's a magnetic force. Now I'm still looking for it, but dadgummit. Ooh, I ain't there yet. I'm getting close. And somehow we end up in the trash. So my relationships look, and we never ask why they got to trash, but we join people there. God's saying, I need you to get the right people in your life. Let me just level with you. When I look in the scriptures at Jesus's pattern, remember what I said at the beginning. In the kingdom, this is a kingdom principle that God brings together partners. When Jesus gives the Great Commission and tells the disciples, I want you to go out, gives them like literally the greatest command ever. I want you to go and take this gospel, and I want you to take it everywhere. I want you to go in and heal the sick and deliver people and represent my name. And when you do that, people are going to be transformed everywhere. All I'm asking everybody is to embrace this thought that God desires for me and you and us to never be alone. Well, Pastor Mike, that's risky. Love is. Well, I've been hurt before. There's nobody in the world that hasn't. But it's better to have lived and actually loved than not loved at all. I'm asking everybody who feels like relationally, a lot of your relationships, romantic, business, even in your social life, it's in the trash. I'm asking you just to ask God for the desire to try again. Oh, this first Sunday, I don't want, Lord, give me the relationship. Just ask him for the desire. I've been burned before. God, would you please just give me the desire to do it the kingdom way?